can always count on Dr. David Sarnoff to add a little touch of class, right? It is Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. I thought, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what it was about until he reminded us.
He reminds
we gotta stay reminded about what these holidays are about.
Indeed, indeed. Appreciate everybody that has served this great nation. We will get the action underway. Just 20 years old, Jeremiah Delgado comes with a lot of hype in the room, but as you said, man, you get under the bright lights, you get in the cage. How do you perform there? He's performed pretty well early.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, like I've seen him drop dudes in the gym just like this. He's for real, man. He's really good for a young man.
Nice front kick there earlier. And yeah, you're seeing these athletes just younger and younger, like they're starting from such an early age, knowing that this is the path they want to chase. They're training in jiu-jitsu, they're training in Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, putting it all together. So excited to see the development of the sport. Boy, that was a nice one, too. See 3-minute rounds here in this lone amateur contest of the night. Advanced amateurs, so no extra shin guards, padding, anything like that. Boy, the strikes are on display early. The quick hands from Delgado.
Yeah, Delgado doing a good job of just switching stances and creating angles, just small little angles, and that's how he's able to find them straight right hands down the middle.
Bernard lands a kick to the body, but then has to defend himself with that salvo in return. We talked about Bernard having a little bit of Muay Thai experience as well. Looks comfortable on the feet, but Delgado is slick and smooth early.
Keep the same distance, right?
Yeah, but again, these are the type of challenges that Delgado's going to need. Someone who's in there, who's not going to fold for him, who's got some experience, and Bernard's giving him everything he can handle so far.
Instead of creating the angles, pumping the jab. That right behind it as well, switching stances. Really does look comfortable in both spots. Back to orthodox, pumping the jab, changing levels. But as you said, Bernard not intimidated in the least, not backing down, staying in the pocket and returning fire.
Yeah, and for the most part, doing a pretty good job of avoiding some of the bigger shots. Because some of them shots are getting close, and his hand is just right there. That one got through.
That one got him a little bit of wind. He heard him there.
Yeah, but he's still in it. He's in for the fire. This is a great fight for both of these guys, regardless of what happens in the outcome here.
Agreed. Bernard touched early. You can see the damage under that left eye, but he is walking forward. He is not intimidated, looking to fire back. Grabs a hold there, knees to the body.
You're right on. Stay on it. Stay on it.
And again, touched on the first round knockouts for Delgado. He's running out of time here in this opening round. He may get a chance to see the second. We'll see if the salvos do continue on the feet. And there you see Bernard swinging back. Yeah, touched early, but not backing down.
No, this is good for Bernard. You know, you kind of drop a first round, but then you want to go into that second round with some momentum and let yourself know that, hey, listen, I'm still in this fight.
Good, sharp, dude, sharp.
Final seconds ticking away there. That will end round one. An entertaining round that opened up on the feet. As you said, probably one that the judges will have in favor of Delgado, but Bernard proved himself, hey, I'm in a fight. Let's do this.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. You want to get these type of guys. When you're fighting a top prospect, you want to see how they're going to react to someone who's not going to fold in front of them. And going to, even at the pro level, we look at a guy like Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel had a lot of guys who folded in front of him early on. So when you get a guy who's not going to fold in front of you and not be intimidated, that's when we find out what you were made of as a prospect.
We're seeing some of that in the replays here. Nice shot there, the straight left down the middle. Delgado had a lot of great moments, but as you said, Bernard not backing down, and those are the tests you want, man. It doesn't, and I'll say it all the time. I know that guys want the easy fight, right? They want to add that easy win to the record. That does you no good in the long run.
I always tell people, you want a fight to be easy, make it easy. It's up to you. You can't choose your opponents. And there's, oh, I don't want to fight that guy. We can do it in the UFC. You might not get a chance to get in the UFC. If you get an opportunity to fight anybody, you better take it and just be good enough to make it easy if you're that good.
Sage advice from a pioneer and a legend in the sport. Been around the game for a while. Listen up, young men and women. Nasty little low kick open there from Delgado. And the hands are still flowing nice in round two.
And that kick was a good adjustment from Delgado because prior to that he was using a lot of hands, and I think that kick kind of got Bernard's attention.
Stay on him. Yep. Yep, keep him there.
But once again, to Bernard's credit, took a little damage and immediately started walking forward. Looking to return fire, moving into the clinch. Probably not a bad idea here, right at range. You may be a little speed deficit, but work inside.
Yeah, this is definitely, I would say, a good adjustment for Bernard to try to, he knew that he was at a speed deficit with the hands. You know, maybe get inside, see if he can't bang Delgado up a little bit, maybe even get a takedown.
Oh, dropped him with that left. Coming in for the hammer, but looking to finish this with the ground and pound.
Not only did he drop him, it looked like he cut him pretty good over the nose.
And look at Delgado, backs away. I like it, that's savage. Oh, and that's gonna do it.
Absolutely what I was talking about with Delgado.
He's got that killer instinct, right? Get back up and take some more.
And he had the killer instinct, but also remain poised.
Yes.
The potential of this young man, like I told you before, is as high as I've ever seen it. Just 21 years old. This will probably be his last amateur fight. Watch how this young man develops, and I'm calling it now. He will be the next generation of fighters that we talk about.
Incredible. He showed it all there. Amazing finish. Had his opponent hurt. Went in for the ground and pound. It wasn't landing clean, so he backed away. And I love that, to have that calmness, because everything's happening so fast, it's chaotic, to have the wherewithal to back away and say, no, stand back up, because I know I can touch you again.
You should have seen me in my first couple fights when I got a guy hurt. I think I bit him. I was like, ah! But Delgado just as poised and looked as veteran as you possibly could for a man in this position.
Man, you saw the emotions kind of pouring out for Delgado as well, and then respect for Brandon Bernard, who came to fight for sure. Brandon Bernard deserves a lot of credit. Took a tough opponent and also fought him toe-to-toe. Didn't try to back away from a fight.
Yeah, and there's, you know, Bernard's got nothing to be ashamed of, and he can't hold his head down, and I think that even for him, he can make it to the pro levels as long as he continues to evolve and get better. He's got the durability, he's super tough. He just ran into who I think is probably the best amateur in the country.
Unbelievable. High praise from Dean Thomas. He's seen it in the room, and now he's seen it under the lights here at CFFC. Let's take it up to our man, Dr. David Sarnoff, to get the time of the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout was stopped at 1 minute and 4 seconds in the second round. Winner by TKO due to strikes. Philadelphia's own Jeremiah Golden Flash Delgado.
A young man just oozing with talent. There's no question about that. An incredible debut for Jeremiah Delgado, and Dean Thomas says that might be the last amateur fight. Well, I hope we get to see his pro debut right here in the CFFC cage as well, because you can clearly see the talent in that young man. Yeah,
and again, like, as long as he's fighting guys with similar records and career paths, I see him shooting all the way to the top. I think that this guy he's got a long way to go, but he's got so much potential that I think that couple years, UFC material for sure.
The precision with the strikes, the speed with which he delivered them. Incredible finish there for the Golden Flash.